Hello, my dear.
Talanoa.
Talofa lavatina. I'll just turn off the screen. Oh, so glad that you made it tonight, Tina. I knew you could break through the technology.
Hold on. I'll go and grab the chair.
Talofa. Well, welcome. Talofa lavatina. I just want to open up with prayer, and I know we've never met before, but I'm in awe of being in your presence tonight. So I'll open up in prayer. Yeah, ese lo mask. Ese lo mask. Ele va ako falling out le lei oka. Kai pretty. There we go. I will open up with prayer, Atina, and then we'll
Yeah.
start. Let us pray. Father, I just want to thank you for bringing Mum tonight. I thank you for just for this time that we can just share and, you know, uh, share our journey through this health in terms of cancer. Lord, we thank you for her availability. We pray that your spirit will be with us as we share and just talk about what it is to walk through this particular life situation. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Amen, Emma. Well, talofa lava. Malo soi fua malang ma alua fionga Toeolesulusulu Laine Leata Tipi. Did I say it right, Tina? Did I say it right? You know,
Yeah.
I love it. So I obviously my name is. I'm just to our listeners. This is the first time me and Mum have met. I've only seen her from a distance, and I've read up on her and I've studied her because I just thought I really wanted to meet you, but I've only seen you on Facebook. I stalked your Facebook page. And the way that I got to Tina tonight was through your son, Malua. And so I just want to read what I found about you, Tina. And then you can, yeah, because you're famous. You're famous.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. So, Toeolesulusulu Laine Leata Tipi worked as a liaison for Pacific Parents and Secondary Schools in Auckland in the 1990s. She established the licensed Samoan language preschool Leata Ata Tupulanga o le Pasifika, which now also offers classes for adults on a wide range of life skills. Mrs. Tipi has served on a number of local school boards of trustees. She is a Justice of the Peace and the Samoan representative of the Waitakere City Council. She is the chair for the Samoan Teachers Association Waitemata and Waitakere City for Early Childhood Education. Ms. Tipi has helped establish the early childhood sector with the Ministry of Education's Community of Learners. She has the MNZM for services to Pacific communities. This was given to you in 2019. You are a grandmother, you are a mother, you are a wife. And what I normally do, Artina, I get our speakers to fully introduce themselves. You can speak in Samoan, you can speak in African, whatever language you want to speak in. You can speak. And I wanted to read that because I wanted to honor you. I wanted to honor you because I know for you as a mom, and my mom passed away last year, so I know that you know I'm a first generation Samoan, and I am who I am today because of my parents. So I want to hand it over to you, Tina, to maybe share about who you are. And I just read you Fasi Pepper from the internet, but I want you to speak from your heart about who you are, your village, your family, and then I will walk us through what we're going to talk about tonight. Is that okay?
Tight. Yeah.
Hi, Tama.
Malola man soifua. Faftai mo le nei manoa.
Oh,
Faftai le si tio le talo sanga i le atua mo le amataina o le polokalame o fia lava lo nei tangata feiloa i fia fo'i ma maua nei a manoa fa'asoa atu ai se ngona o lo nei tina i lau polokalame fa'afetai fo'i i le atua mo nisi o fa'alogologo mai ma latou maua manoa fetufa i aina lagona lelei mai ia matou sa ou fanau i Samoa i sagone i sava'i o ina foina uola e ai i ni matua lelei ma le alolofa o to'a fitu ia matou le fanau o a'u lava laititi o le fanau ia ua ou fa'aipoipo ma o mai nei New Zealand i le tasiima ono fitu fa ia manonofo mau ai nei no te o a'u o se tangata e ola malōlōina e lo'u ola mai o te le'i ma'i i lo'u olanga atoa o te fiafia e whaingaluenga o te fiafia na lue mo so se tasi o te na lue o le ala foina le o taimine nei o ulangona le tino mai a ua o whaapitai le atua i ua unga luenga i le manuia ma le fiafia wa achieve uma fo i mea umana o moli mana o mana iai toe tolu ana i mea ia i le o le tau mawhai lava a o te tonu lava e whaamanuia ina lava i le alofa ma le anga le lei mai o le atua
Amene.
ia tai
Laftai. Well,
ia
tina to lau atu ia oitina lang o lo fa Samoa. It's very fa bea. But but I still let that fact on my fai atu because o ko ke le maka o whanga o ngene New Zealand, you know, e ola mai langa no Samoa i le fale ai o la lava manaonga I think pe sa o upele ai
ia
e fa o au pe lo ngana fa Samoa. O te malama I songa vai a little bit when I'm speaking. So o ngā tonight, mum, when you speak, I just want you to share. Ole mafuanga le polo kalame lea. O wa o fuanga o maua le cancer when I was 5 years ago. So maua le stage 4 bowel cancer. Okay. So when I was diagnosed, I felt to e fiso soangi e kako kangaka. You know, whatever I thought i kako kangaka e vai, they don't, for some people, the system, e kele le system o le, you know, Auckland Hospital, chemo, all of that. So I started le polo kalamelale o le alofa wholeness. So I was ngā le bowel cancer i lua fe full malefitu, and then ngā sosolo la liver tu lau o tire lo fa sa mo le upo le liver pasalo e fai fo senga ngai ma o le ECE teacher o le assistant principal i Robertson Road i Mangele. So I got it in my bowel, and then sosolo la liver, menga was stage 4 early cancer, and then it came back on me in 2019 ila umama my 2020. So kusala, it's been nearly 5 years I've been going through this, but ila ulava langona o te whatuatua i le upu le mana o le upu le atua te talo ma i teimi whapenei, teimi, you know, the tough time of going through cancer. So that's a little background i le alofa wholeness. O le polokalame lea, kusala, this is my 12th, o le 12th program lea. So, ngā amaka e apelila. E ko e whainga o le apelila. Alawa o mai, o koe ki ki o le July, o le whaia polokalame. Ai se o kaka manga o fia wha alongo moli mau. O kako kaka ia ngā savali la wala lea o le cancer. So that's why I was wanting e tina.
Okay.
So, you know, and I want you to do a lot in Samoan because I'm going to play this to my Samoan community. Whaalongo, up to you. But I think it's really powerful too. So that's my little story. And I just want to say to the listeners, normally I meet with my guests, but today, this is the first time me and Mum have met. This is the first time we've spoken. And so as she shares, those of you who are listening and those of you who are going to jump on again, if you've got some elderly Samoan parents that may want to listen to Tina's Mulimau, can you please replay it for them? Because I don't think there is a space or a place where people can hear this kind of story, testimony, because it will encourage our people. One of the things that we are really struggling in is getting our people checked, getting our people e o vai fo mai. Kele ka ko kangaka wo go too late. They leave it to the last minute. And so that's sort of like why I want you to share, Tina, around, your story. What was that like for you? O treatment, lenga whai, o langona whangalea oe malau ainga whapia fo e malau whanau, because I'm a mother as well. Whainga ka fo e lo mako ainga malau whangau, what was that like? So that's sort of like where I thought, is it okay for you just to share your journey through this?
Okay. Yeah. Faftai, thank you. Now I got what you really want from me. Thank you. Oh, yeah. As I said it, I was born and raised in Samoa in the
Mm,
Samoan way. When I came here to New Zealand, I was still healthy and happy and work hard.
mm,
And until, yeah, even all that time, I'm only sick when I go to the hospital to have babies. I got
mm.
four, I got four children, and now I'm so blessed to have 8 grandchildren.
Wow.
Each one, each one of them gave me that blessings of my grandchildren. So that's a gift, and I'm very proud I'm very happy having them.
Mm,
Uh, every time in my lifetime, I work hard, as I said.
mm,
I work early in the morning. I enjoy work. And then that's where I came across. I first, when I came here for life, I work uh, in a factory.
mm,
But in Samoa, I grow up with a dream that I want to be a nurse. And then, yes, I got into the nursing training in Samoa.
mm.
But so sudden that things change. And I believe that the Lord, when the Lord shut the door somewhere, He will open it somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's where I came here to New Zealand. And I did not complete my nursing career in Samoa.
Mm,
So I left and came here because my partner or my boyfriend came
mm.
here and
Yeah.
I fell in love with him and I followed him. And that's the only thing. I disobey my parents
Oh, yeah.
who are leaving them, and I follow the person
Mm,
that I picked as my husband. Yeah, I came here, and then we finally settle and work hard. On those days that we are very blessed, and we were here in New Zealand for 3 years, and we got our own house for 3 years because we came and we worked hard for it.
Mm.
And so that's where work. And then finally, the Carrington Hospital where I used to work as a nurse aide
Mm.
closed down, and then we redundant as nurse there. But I got a job offered by a high school that helping with our uh, generations of Olfa Samoa
E.
Faisiba
E.
Mapesi. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. One way left so swangy, then I went as a parent helper. And
Mm.
that's where they look at me as a loving mother that I bring all the other parents to school. So
Yeah.
I liaison as between the school and parents and school.
Mm.
And that's where I came across lots of our people that they needed that
Help.
help.
Mm.
My English was not that perfect at that time,
Mm.
but I was still trying my best to help our people with the Samoan,
Mm.
plus my children with the English and all the other students that we call them my children, all of them. And that's where I came across that I met lots of our people. They can't read, they can't write, and in high school. So, and I was wondering why is that happening. So that's why I decided to go back to the early childhood,
E.
and that's where I came across, and I went and start establishing the uh, preschool
Mm.
because I know the foundation of all those students that can't read and write in the high school is no foundation of early childhood.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I decided to go and work with them in them. And so I managed to work, and so that's a successful kind of hard work with the
Mm.
preschool. Not only the children that I managed to educate and help, but I managed to get the parents to the learning force. And I'm very proud that I make about 30 or 40 parents that graduate with degrees and
Oh.
achieve their highs that from it started from our kitchen hand as a to help feeding the young ones.
That's so good.
So that's where I am so happy.
Wow.
I was the first early childhood someone that I got that award,
Mm.
Australian and New Zealand excellence in teaching, preschools of all New Zealand. That
Wow.
I got that award, the NITA award, Australia and New Zealand. That I got that award for that
Mm.
help that I provide for the parents. Not only that, but I gave the homework center for the primary school children,
Mm.
and even the literacy and numeracy for the parents. And I organized some other organization to come and help with the English as second language for our people. And
Mm.
so that's where they achieve very well.
Mm.
And 2007, I got the other award, the Sonia Davis Award.
Yep.
And those both awards, I went down to Wellington in the parliament and achieved and received those awards. And so that's why it's a blessing from the Lord that when He shut the door, and He opened another door for me.
Mm.
And so
Mm.
those are all the works that I've done with the community.
Mm.
I got a grandparents or elderly people group. That's where they check their blood pressure, having fun, talk about and weigh themselves and check their diet or something like that. So all those things that I set up for all and make them out of their house and come to the preschool where we done the preschool at the other side and all those happening at the other side.
Mm.
Must be all those years we're counting that when I went early in the morning, my husband often locked the door for me when I came late every night. That after work and stay over meetings, over training, and aya palo poko salalau. Ai, ai ngalo ya oe leo ke whaakari aku le pale ma whaile me ai whamewela. And I
Yeah.
know that he's right. He missed me.
Yeah.
But because of that help to the people, so that's why I'm so all that time. And so plus my children, everywhere they go for their games or their sports, we always go and
Mm,
support it.
mm,
And yeah, we always there for their entertainment, just to, and we always make sure that they home by the time we ask them to be home.
yeah. Mm,
So I believe that uh, all those things and the dreams that I normally do now, when we just sit down and think of, I'm thankful we achieve all those things that we dreaming about our
mm,
own personal lifestyle
mm.
and with our children and us parents now. I diagnosed with that sickness. I never feel sick. I only got headaches on those times. So we all know that normal headaches just the Panadols.
E.
When I come here and I know that there is something that we go early, yeah, the next time my husband get up, I'm no one in bed that I'm gone and
Mm,
come at night at this time of the night. And so that's the time that he can't
mm.
stop that patient and cause some arguments, some differences, and go and marry the community and stay there. Don't come back. Yeah, we all do as women.
Yeah, yeah. Well, because we're busy, we're very busy and active, eh? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think my husband says that too sometimes. So because this olo polo kalamele, like fail umukuka, it's in my kitchen. So if I fail polo kalame alai ku mal mako ay nga may of my hey, yeah, wala ba nga fail me ay. So so I understand, mom. I understand.
Yeah. And then, oh, last year,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, makila sulos fululua.
Mm,
Nga ama kayo nga ulalongal ki nga ulo mangama. I
mm,
feel that pain. It's a funny pain. And I thought that must be masangyang. But be honest, because I always encourage us women about breast cancer or breast awareness too. And I call nurses to come and do workshops with us about
e,
the breast cancer, cervical smear, and even prostrate. And for fathers, I organize doctors to come and talk to dads about it,
amazing.
and even us organize, yes, some of health organization to come and talk to us about it.
Mm,
So, but my tummy was, I feeling a little bit funny. I
mm,
believe that some other people thought that kingango mai aile. But be honest with you that I done all those because what's the point of me talking and encourage others, but I won't walk the talk.
e,
So that's
e,
why I always make sure that I do those things. But last year, I feel that my the pain in my tummy,
e.
it's funny. And then I thought that is there is a maisa more ka oleoso pungi more because it's
Oh,
is here between my ribs. That's where, but it's
yeah,
funny pain.
yeah.
And then I took some Panadols. I asked somebody to come and massage.
Ah, for four. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah,
Oh, yeah, it's funny. And
yeah.
then I
Mm,
went to see the doctor.
yeah.
And then the doctor take my blood. And then the next day he rang that they want me to come back and see them. Then I went back and they said that the blood shows that there are some what you call it, bacteria in my stomach. And so they came, but it's a curable disease.
E.
And so he prescribed me some antibiotics,
Okay.
and then he gave to me, and I took it for 2 weeks to take the whole lot.
Mm.
Yeah, and then then, and after that 2 weeks, it's still the same that I never relieve or something like that. I still got a pain.
So
Then I
painful.
went there, painful.
E.
I went back again and said that there is no change in my. I still feel that funny pain.
Mm.
And then he said that he's going to book me the 2 weeks for a CT scan.
E.
But that's for me personally that at night I can feel it. It's very painful.
E.
And then my son came, Malua came and saw me with that. I told him. And then he said that, Mom, we better change the doctor. Because when I went to see our doctor,
Yeah.
it's about 5 hours sitting there waiting, and he's still the same. And so that's where he took me when he was at the phono.
E.
He took me. That's true. That who you know, not what you know. And then he makes straight an appointment with Dr. Maria Funaki,
Yeah.
and that's where she started pushing me to do the scan after scan after scan at Waitakere Hospital.
E.
And so that's where must be when she got the result. She rang. That is in April, about uh, my 70th birthday. I still
Oh.
got that. I still got that. And then that's the time that after the scan that we're doing it.
Mm.
And Malia rang and talked to me. I could not understand much because she was on the phone
E.
and talked to me and mentioned that stage 4 advance. But I did not know what does that mean. I'm still just take it. It's just
E. E.
and at the night, my all my children and my husband and my grandchildren, they all came and said, "Mom, we all have to sit there," but they know it. And here
Oh.
is me
E.
sitting here without believing or something like that is in that situation.
E. E.
And all of a sudden that is lots of crying in our room, and things like that, that you say that, Mom, uh, the doctor, do you understand what the doctor was saying? And I said, yes, the doctor said I'm cancer. And Malua said, yes, you cancer, but the stage of the cancer, what I mean is worse. I said, what is that?
E.
And they say that stage 4 advanced.
Mm.
So it's no longer, and so that's why my husband was angry and tell
Mm.
him that, what are you talking about? we
Mm.
still we still can't believe it. What is that? But Malua got that experience from his wife,
Yeah.
Moana.
Yeah.
That's where they all cry, and but I was brave enough to sit and my husband was so brave and said that no, we can't believe in what they said. And so the next day of that week,
E.
that the doctor called me to come in the hospital,
Yeah.
and then I went in, and
Mm.
so that's how I know that the thing is serious. That
Yeah.
the scan, and they show me that, and I went in there for put IVs on my hands that they start putting all that stuff in here for me. And so that week, they already booked me in the oncology at Auckland Hospital to do the face assessment with the doctors in the oncology.
Yeah.
And so that's where, but be honest, excuse me, sorry, what's your name again?
Roz. Roz.
Ross, yeah,
Roz. Yeah.
Ty Ross.
It's all
And
right,
so
dear.
that's where I finally aware that I'm cancer in that stage. That
Calify.
the doctors are very helpful, very supportive.
Mm.
Through Malia, Dr. Funaki, that pushing when they said that, and they said Dr. Malia was lucky that I changed my doctor. That otherwise, it's nothing they can do it for me.
Eh. Eh.
And so
Eh.
that's where they plan for the treatment.
Eh.
And so that's why they all, when we went for my assessment, all my family calls my four children, my
Calify.
husband, go. And the doctor look at us, try to get all the chairs in and things like that. They all
It's
wanting
good.
to know what's going on and what's happening next. And so that's make me brave enough. Be
Mm.
honest, I never feel frightened or scared. My heart was very strong
Mm.
and must be the sport. And so that's why it is a shocking for everyone, everybody that knows me, the one that and and that's where people start coming and visiting, and that makes me feel even stronger and feel like
Mm.
it's nothing happened because of that love, the support, and the kindness, the
Mm.
caring that everybody, and I'm thankful to the Lord
Mm.
that for all this time. Kamea Sepuloni told me,
Mm.
Leata, this is the time for you to stay home and city pretty while all the people you help and love start coming and loving you more and supporting you.
She's very right.
And so that's why now, even now, I can still feel that support around me and my home, my
Mm.
children, my grandchildren. Even you, Ross, when you rang, that touched me.
It's all right.
Even prayers that on the line, on the I don't know these people, and
Mm.
so they say they fasting, they praying, they put me in their prayers. So
Mm.
that's how, be honest, I always took that part of the psalm, the Salamo. E wilavana o savali le
Savali
manoia
Vano
te
Leato Leoti.
leoti o te le
Autile
fefe lava
Lava
a miste
Isimela.
mea leanga. That's my necklace.
I love it.
I
I love
never,
it.
yeah, my necklace that even overseas people that they send messages and phoning and all that prayers, the heart, even some more that I still receive that. That's how I'm thankful. Then it's 6 sets of chemos they sent me before. This time last year
Eh.
that I was in those. The first one was all right. That I the second one, because I always go in three: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday is another chemo at the uh, Mercy Hospital.
Yeah.
That's where that another chemo that my sons were helping pay that chemo
Yeah.
to help me, and so I'm thankful because we all know that we got no money, and things like that. But they were uh, in their hearts that they want their mom to live longer.
Yeah.
And all the doctors, they gave me that question, and the option they gave me, if I don't want chemo, so I'm only leave as the stage where I'm only leave for 3 to 4 months if no chemo in the stage 4 to advance. But if I do chemo, and that helps me to live for another 3 or 4 years, and so that's why. So all the people, the Palangi came to visit me, said, "Let's do the chemo, do the chemo, do the chemo." But me, I said, "Oh no, we just leave it
Mm,
like that. When
mm,
whatever is happening, I'm happy. I've
mm,
been through lives. I'm 70, so
mm,
that's a kapula'a of the age that God gave me. So that's in. He said, "Malolo, wo, fai sau
mm,
malolo nga walava nga." You done
mm.
each for the people, and so that's where I went in. Then I told the doctors, I am going to take the chemo, and so that's when 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 4, chemo 5. I nearly can't handle the chemo.
Ka
I
e tina, o whele mea lai nā tui ei o ele kimo. O lau lima,
oh,
pe ngā whaisau port.
le ais e kuile lima ka ke
Ah,
alu ia songa every day e kuile. I'm
wow.
scared of needles. That's the
Yeah.
thing that kui ka whalongo kunga makua e o
Mm,
oilo ka whakuri ki ngā.
I know.
E le
Yeah.
mawhaifo ngā ame ese, e le mawhaifo ngā e sauma oile whale e kaya lakfo i le siaso ko e kui fo i
Ui.
ko e kui ki ngā. Ia, en whai. O le limo kimo ko e kasi ale kimo i kai au kilangi uma kimo i kai. A wo le
I.
mawhai ale kimo wa makua pērin
Ui.
wa makua
Ah,
ki ngā wa foia wa ese lau whaalongo vai
I.
vai o kingo very tired
Yeah.
and weak. I was
Yes.
so weak. I can't stand up on my own. I was just lying in bed. I
Mm,
was just lying in bed
mm,
and I was very weak. Yeah.
mm.
So those are all the things that and then the doctor decided to withhold it and give me a rest because the scan showed the chemo, the cancer is not growing, it's shrinking.
Good.
Yeah. And my blood, blood test shows that it's all normal. So that's
Ah,
why they withheld the chemo
awesome.
for 6 months, and the doctor said that the chemo, the cancer is still inside, but thank God that it's still sleeping. And so when the scans show last time, he said that it start awaking, but it's not that fast. It's slowly awake. So that's why
Mm.
I'm back on chemo again. So last
Oh,
week I start again on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Friday is the double dose from that in Mercy Hospital.
dear. Okay. Okay,
Yeah,
ma. Okay.
yeah, and so that's where I am week this week, and
Yes.
they said next week is back to normal again,
Okay.
and then I'm doing the same as before. Yeah.
Alalo langona I lo mangava too low.
O ke leo koe whanongo inga re ki ngā,
Okay.
like what before. E leo koe ki ngā lava, e o whai au ke whao lava, I never feel the pain.
That's good.
I never feel the pain, just the tiredness.
Mm.
I feel something heavy. Whangange, I can't lift anything heavy,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I can't feel any pain.
Okay.
O manguia lama whaftai.
That's all right. So I know what it's what for nga whai o kimo. So wa ulanga kui I le mele reports.
Oh,
O ke whaaku lawe whai kui. I hate it, you know. So like you, I know it's very hard.
mm,
Hey.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I'm like Kiki, I was in my 50s. So I think about you, Tina, you're so brave.
tai,
And so
yeah,
ole umila le chemo o vaila au, o vaila au. That's the thing that some people don't understand the impact. Le o whalongo aku e whamakala mai vai or weak, can't do anything. Esse a chemo mo esse cancer. Different cancers have different chemo.
yeah,
Yeah. So,
yeah,
for breast cancer, esse le chemo, e koe esse for ile the response o le kangaka. So for me, ele e ko unu la ulu. My hair didn't fall out. But for other people, it's different. Ah.
yeah.
So for you, it was you felt weak, um, and just really
My
tired.
hair was thinner, thinner
Your
fa
hair's
pea kwasa una un thinner.
very thin. Hey,
Yeah,
for me, I went my tongue, excuse me, Lolo Five went black. My hands and my feet were on. I couldn't feel anything when they were numb, really, really
oh,
numb. So, like like I say to people, it's a chemo for different cancers. And
yeah,
some cancer you have to pay.
yeah,
Ah, and some cancer I went through public system. I didn't really have to pay, but other cancers you have to pay quite a lot of money
yeah,
for the next for la au, and that's the difficult. Me la ngā whenga ka pe a whai e kokogi because these are thousands and thousands of dollars
yeah,
treatment, you know.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
I was thinking, Atina, o le mea
yeah,
lea, o kele kakange o mai i le polo kalame have said the same thing as you. Was ngā sui la ko fō mai.
yeah, mm, yeah. Ngā mawai la ia lea sao. Yeah,
Ngā o
mm,
sui fo e lot fō mai. A lot fō mai i la lea 30 years lot fō mai. But ngā o kele tests like you, it's good that your son changed because you had, you know,
yeah, sao le le.
I think too, I say to our people, a whai e ke lē malamalama, or e lē you don't feel right, it's okay to say, stop, I don't understand. I want another opinion. But a lot of our people, e lē mga o whainga le upset le fō mai. Do you know?
Yeah, yeah. Fa pe ka ko wai loa o mai ia ele i loa ele. Yeah,
E noa. So, whālongo mai whāngau or people that are watching this today, it's okay to go for another opinion. You don't have to stay with your doctor. You
yeah,
have the right to ask someone else. So
yeah,
um, it's all right to ask questions if you don't understand. So you said that, Mum, about that. You changed the doctors, the treatment that you had was quite a long one, and now you're having more treatment. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So that's how I am thankful. Ngangi the acting ale Dr. Funaki that she post me scan after scan, radio or something first to make sure it's a cancer. Olo mangama cancer, olo
Yeah.
puka,
Yeah.
and mawala cancer. I was a solo maila malo uliba.
Yeah.
Now on stage 4 advance I yai
Yeah.
male clot silo lungs.
Yeah.
Yala e o mai nge yala lai failo injection at night to thin the blood. Yeah, that's another very painful bout. Okay, me po But I'm thankful to all my grandchildren holding my hand softly out
Kalau pai. Oh,
and come
yeah,
around my bed and hold my hands, making stories while I to forget about the injection that they put in.
yeah,
Because I asked the doctor and they said that injection is for life. They're finna my blood
yes, yes, yes.
because that's what they believe. Uh, me foi le mingi ele wo vai my that's where the clots came and
Ah,
land somewhere in your uh, heart
heart.
or somewhere in your uh, lungs,
Yeah,
in my lungs, and
yeah,
so that's where they 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 put that injection on me.
yeah,
Yeah, and so that's why I'm thankful that now there's nothing for me to worry about. Malua is taking over the preschool, and all my children are settling well, the grandchildren are, and now my husband is happy I'm home all the
Your husband's not gonna lock the door anymore, eh?
time.
Oh, I,
Yeah,
I, I, um, I was wondering because one of the things, um, a lot of people, if I may, ngā sui le lako, diets, ngā sui me ai.
yeah.
Did you change what you ate? And
No,
no?
no, I'm still carry on what I'm eating. The doctor said it's nothing too fast, huh? Just don't eat hot, spicy things.
Oh, okay.
Spicy. But everything never there, fia we I don't
Of course, you have to have ulupua. Come on. Alofa. That's so funny. Well, you know, because they say, hey, because I know for me, I had to change.
yeah.
I had to sweep because, like,
Yeah, why
ora,
masang ya o ko ye me ai ye ko yeah diet ma.
ora, le ai, o que fia le un poa, o que fia, you know, pisupo,
Piso.
falifo, me uma ai. Fa mai fa sa, o fia me ai. I, mom, so, let's see here. So kala i whai kāka ia lei whaalongo. You know, what do you want to say to our people if they feel, you know, about this? What did you learn for yourself? Because there's not many people who tell these stories. You know what I'm saying, Mum? There's
Yeah,
not many
yeah.
people. No one wants to. No one wants to talk about it because I know for me, because I got cancer, and they go, "Oh, you got cancer. What did you
No,
do?" You
my
know,
ya le
you know.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
what would you like to say to somebody? Because you know,
yeah.
who's going through cancer right now. And that's the
Yeah.
other reason why I do this, because I want to show and encourage other people that are watching. A mai se aka ko kangaka,
Mm.
Pacifica, what would you like to say to them?
Yeah, most of the people find kako Pacifica kilo me ke for my feko oe pe e kile ma e ke halu lava anga wa unga wale ma pa play le mai ia uia sa o le wo le o ke mai ai ke uia pe e le se me I'm still back to my normal self with fear
Love it.
kalangoa ia fai ka ko kala malie e masangi fo ngo walu i o fia i o le a o ngai fai a o nga makamaiki te pe ngā fo i lo a inga i sia whāngau e o mai au ka oko i lunga le moenga paua le leo ke fia whaalongo mai ai o le kakalo le whai kokoa ai pa o mai ka mai vai o
Uh-huh.
mai ka kongu ka whekuri sono le whale o ke
Vale.
fia au ia I'm happy yeah just stay happy and positive ngang pa pe ele se me o le tupu ai lava me ai ke fia o ia ai ia ma ia ke wa ia I know that everybody knows that I'm cancer, but I just normal. Pea lo ke malo se no nga wo vai fo wo tired yo so la ele moe pero le ai le la okay lava e
Mm.
male me anga ia io fa kua lava ka ko le tua
Yeah, yeah,
o ia mai ale malosi
yeah,
male fia ia ke oe male ola.
yeah,
Yeah, so those are all the things, positive things that give fia iai o ia. O lo
mm,
ainga lau whāngau, our grandchildren. Ia male tua, e le
yeah.
mawhainga ngalo. Our friends, ia ke fia ai. Ia,
Wow.
and yeah.
Well, Tina, I want to say, Longolela, we're gonna finish. We're gonna finish soon. Um, I want to say that, you know, every time I have people come on. Last week, I had a Koinga Konga. He was sharing. Every time people come on, they think about. They look back ilako experience. Hey, it's whainga kānga koe, whainga koe. When you think about it and then you speak it out, you are remembering the hard time. And sometimes it's quite hard for the person e koe whamakala aku pe moli mau. So I always say this to the listeners. I say a lot of our people who share their stories can be very difficult to do it again. So I want to say thank you for sharing what you went through, but also how you tackled, how you dealt with it. Positive family. You had family around you. You had joy. Happiness, joy. You're not down, and there are times for that. But you had surrounded yourself. You're very blessed with your children and your
Yeah,
grandchildren. But
yeah.
I was thinking maybe now that you're not too busy out there, your husband's really happy he's got his girlfriend at home now. Uh, maybe I hope that you're gonna be writing a book because when you said to me, "Ngā luenga o mālenga e whaia," when you started from Samoa, a little journey, like sau whapea like nurse, you like ka ngō mai i New Zealand. You worked in the factory. The nursing was what your heart was, yet it changed to education. Ngā lue mo le community, ma le nuu, o le kusala o e lima foa'i. You were still nursing, helping health in terms of caring for the community, maybe not medically, but every other avenue. Aetina,
Yeah.
the starting o ka ua lava o le aonga a maka, o ka ua lava o le our babies, our children. And now when I heard you say that from that and your parents serving with them in the kitchen to then going on parent community, getting qualifications, getting, better future. I say, because of you, because you decided to change and go, I'm going this way. And you know what, Tina, I see that's how you tackled cancer. That's how you had the same ngau drive, determination that I'm not going to let this take over my life. And so for me, it's important that everybody knows that the ma'i doesn't, ele pule le ma'i, ah, right? That you've
Yeah.
got that you had a life before you were sick and you still have a life.
Thank you.
And that life, the life that you have, even though your husband's locking you up at home, you, the life, I think you need to be writing a book. Whaia mā lua, a whai sau, a waku sau whaila kusi, e kā sau kusi.
Aia.
I reckon you should have or be fellow grandchildren or my kuskusi kala la grandmother. E ka o e no story nga.
Pai a
It's
mārua ngā na se whai mai sau secretary sau whai
ala, ale
mai
no
kusi.
ele o text nga ya malwe. So it's secretary so ala ko kalo kusi. Well, Tina, I'm gonna play. Normally I play a bese. So I'm just gonna play a bese. Umalka ko bese. Can you pray for us at the end?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, so I'll just get the bese for us,
yeah.
and then you have to. I'm gonna tell. Okay, kangwama text. Malo po wa mai oi. I'm always checking up and seeing how you are. But our bese tonight, Lango, not Vasilia Malo, but what is your favorite song? But he didn't come back and didn't tell me, so I had to find another bese. Anyway, this is our bese to Fa Umaikako Bo, Fa Fitai Lavatina. I am so blessed tonight to
Thank you.
meet, first of all, to meet you, to hear your story. And I know that when people listen to it again, a koe vili leaka lea, the people's lives are going to be changed and encouraged.
Thank you.
Right, I'll
Yeah.
just play this piece and then we will start. Here we go.
It's my favorite.
Is it? That's it.
Atunu
atunu e famaya te oe oe awalo malo file ua fa tuina mai ua fa tuina mai ua fa tuina
Lo mātou te mai o le langi. E pa ia la malo suafa e whamavau. Le nei tū la fiafi la ngona i tino le matangi le lei le fia fia. Ma le oli oli la o fio na o mea siri siri te whaia mo i mātou. Whawhitai ne ia manua le lei. O mā wheilo e malau au na ia Ross. Whawhitai mo mea uma. Wa e whaataunu i nai. Mea e au o na whai. Au wasi fia fianga o mātou nei o mamai. Lo mātou ta mai o le langi. Whawhitai, whawhitai, whawhitai. Wala nguna e lo nei tangata whaatau waa. E mawhana pēr mai lau a fio. Whawhitai nei au na au ngā male. Le lei o whaia nei polo kalami tā ua mo i mātou. Whawhitai wala ngona le fia fia o le loto. Whamanu ianga mai lau a fio. Lo mātou ta mai o le langi. Ia whapea ona e whamanuia atu ia te i lātou. O e o lo maua le ngase o le kensa. Whamanuia matuina ia i lātou le loto te tele. Ma le whamaoni i lau a fio. Ai maise o le alofa i nai o lātou a inga. Ma nai whanau. Ma e fo i o lo fiso soani ia te i mātou umalama. Tō te manatua fō mai. I tonga fitinga wa e vai lua ia te i lātou lo mana. Whamanuia ia te i lātou mga nuenga leo. Ia e alo whamai le nei pōle a malo lo mamo i mātou. Whamanuia mai ia te i mātou. Ma whamangalo ni mea mātou tso o na whai le atua. Te leo fia whafonga ma e fia sirisila mai e. Ia e whamanuia mai ia te i mātou umalama. Manuia ia Ross malana au whaingan wenga. Siona aiga. Pai e uma o loo. O involve li ngei polo kalame matang o fie. La mātou te talo lea le tua. I lo swafa manvalo o Yesu. Amen. Amen.
Amen, amen. Well, bless you, Tina. Thank you so much. I will keep in touch with your son. He'll keep me posted. Lelo text saying, "Hey, so myself I love kusi, e kalo kusi." Why, Lord, Tina? I want you to write your book. Okay. All right then, Tina. Okay, well, we're going to say good night to everybody. Manuela po. Bye, so forth.
Manuela po.